Hey guys, it's been a little while. I finally found out last night that my hospital was given the Bsbc, the Blue Shield Blue Cross Distinction Plus rating, which means now we're just down to sending off the paperwork to the insurance company and waiting for the approval so that I can have a surgery date. I've had 2 upper GIs. The first one showed excess amount of bile. I'm pretty sure I did a video on that one. I was surprised with that. The second one showed that my pylorial, the lower valve is working in my stomach. However, I have a rare stomach where the bottom portion of my stomach goes into a tube before the pyloria. I can't pronounce it. The pyloria valve at the bottom. And so I'm not eligible to have a sleeve surgery, but there is some damage in the esophagus, mild damage from my GERD, my acid reflux. So it's highly recommended that I get the gastric bypass to prevent, esophageal cancer and to prevent any issues from the lower portion of my stomach with the bile and that, with the way that it's shaped. So at this point, I think I could be definitely having surgery by the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's my decision. I need to make, the decision for myself. Last night was a rough night. Once I found out, that this was actually going to happen, instead of waiting until next year. And I was more concerned with making sure I was doing this for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons. And for some reason I had some guilt because I kept thinking about the bonuses. And the bonuses for me are losing weight, obviously. Being able to look better and, do the horseback riding and do the stuff that that I want to do and I haven't been able to do for quite a while. And yes, I'm letting my hair grow out. I've been on the Biotin 10,000, and it's grown from like here to here. Yeah. So, yeah, on a side note, personal, so if you don't like personal, turn it off. My waxer, I don't know what you call it at the salon, she goes, I just waxed you. And I thought this would be really simple, really quick, in and out. She goes, you look like you haven't come in for 2 months. And I'm like, yep. So the Biotin is definitely working. I'm trying to make sure that my health, my hair is healthy and all that kind of stuff going into surgery. We have a local market, Lucky's Market, I believe it is. It's organic market. I just came from there. I was super excited because they had all my liquid vitamins that I'm going to need for after surgery. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little anxious, I'm a little worried because I know that this is going to be really rough. Like, I have 2 weeks of liquid diet before the surgery, and then again, liquid diet after the surgery, obviously, but then just, just the whole process of healing and going through everything. I know that this is needed though, and I need to do it now while, my success rate is really good, and the fact that this can extremely help with my MS symptoms and my knees and my back and all the other stuff that I have. I have a new steering wheel cover, so I can't put my phone on the holder. Sorry. See, I'll show you really quick. It's really fuzzy. So I keep having to adjust the phone. But I just want to give you guys a quick update. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but I was guilty about, because I'm like, hey, my calves have never been thin enough to be able to go in thigh-high boots. Like, that's what I'm going to get. I reach a goal, I'm going to get thigh-high boots. Those leather boots I'm going to wear all over the place, I'm sure. I've always wanted them since I was a teenager, but I could never fit into them because my calves and my thighs were just too big. So, anyways, it's not really about the the looking better. Granted, that's a bonus, and you know, I'm always about helping everybody else and taking care of everybody else, and that's what's going to get me through the hard times, because there's going to be probably 6 months of just hateful times. I'm guesstimating. You know, while I'm getting used to what I can eat again, what I can't eat, what my body's going to be okay with, what it's not going to be okay with. So I'm looking forward to going to the classes. I have to do a 2-week class prior to the surgery. The doctor said I can do that while I'm doing my liquid diet, which is good. So I don't have to like wait a whole month after the insurance approves me. The insurance company, my insurance company is great. They know that I've been waiting for this to come through. And that lady parked too close, sorry. Anyways, they told me as soon as I know that the clinic has sent in the request for the authorization, to wait 1 week and then call them to make sure that they received it and see if they can expedite the process. I'm going to Vegas in January, and it's not about, you know, making sure I can go to Vegas, because I can always reschedule Vegas, but it's about having something to look forward to after surgery. And for me, that's what it's about. I need to make sure that I have goals and I have stuff going forward. I don't want to be on liquids while I'm in Vegas, because that would suck. I don't care that I can't drink in Vegas, because you're not supposed to drink for like, I think it's 3 months after surgery. And at this point, we're going into October. So I think I'll definitely be under that. Like I won't be able to have some drinks. And I'm okay with that. Just, you know, trying to figure out, the class is going to tell me what I can eat, what I can't eat, you know, how the weeks break down afterwards. And I know that there's a bunch of stuff online that you can look up, but the honest to God truth is that you can look at one person's regimen that they were given by their clinic and look at another person's. And between week 3 and 6, there's variations all over the place. You know, some doctors are like, yep, at 5 weeks you can start having soft foods, which is like fish, and that you're out of the pureed and whatnot. I don't know. That would be great, because that means I can go to Vegas and you know, make sure that I'm eating like fish and that kind of stuff, instead of making sure. But I'm going to make sure I drink my protein shakes anyways. I've been drinking them for years just because I have to with my MS. So I did clock in at 322 the other day when I went in for my doctor's visit. Oh God, yeah, my new primary care, I had to fire her. Horrible, horrible, horrible person. No, that's not true. Not her as a person, her as a doctor for me is horrible. We just didn't click whatsoever. So, oh shit, sorry. Hopefully I get to meet my new PC before surgery is scheduled, because I got in with the new primary care instead of the other lady. She wanted to shove down a bunch of stuff. You know, she's one of those doctors that firmly believes in 100% vaccination of everything, irregardless. But that's not really what bothered me. What bothered me was that my husband and I got vaccinations because for our passports, we were going to a specific country, and that country required that you had certain, you know, vaccinations. You had to have the paperwork and turn it in and blah, blah, blah. She proceeded to tell me, oh no, you had to have those vaccinations because you're an ex-smoker. No. Don't proceed to tell me why I had a vaccination when I know why I had the vaccination. Didn't make any sense. She's like, well, most people don't get that until they're 65, which told me right then and there, I'm not, even though she's pushing vaccinations, and I'm like, she was, and I saw her literally within a couple of days of having my second upper GI procedure done. And as anybody knows, you get a flu shot, you're going to get flu-like symptoms for a week or so, which would then have caused me to have a fever, which would have caused me not to be able to have the procedure. And I'm like, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. You're retarded, because I'm not going to have a vaccination that could jeopardize a surgery that I need to figure out health-wise what's best for me going forward. So I ended up firing her. She's good for, you know, those new moms that are just vaccine people, and my concern is that she doesn't know what all of them are for, because she obviously, you know, she tried telling me that my right temporal artery biopsy was because I had headaches. And I'm like, no, we had that surgery done years ago because I went blind in one eye and my tongue went numb from the back to the front on one side. Had nothing to do with headaches, because at the time I wasn't having headaches whatsoever. But she insisted it's only done because you have headaches. Well, whatever. Anyways, it was just bad. We just were not going to get along. I had a burn on my hand that I wanted to ask her about. But when she came down and goes, so is there anything you'd like to ask me? I was like, nope. Nope. Because if I can't even trust her to ask her about a burn, there's no way in hell I'm going to let her be a primary care for me. And that's another big thing. A lot of people think that they go into this and they have to, you know, whatever doctor they put you with, that's who you have to have. Like, you know, they gave me this doctor. No, if you go into the clinic, it doesn't matter whether it's your primary care doctor, it doesn't matter whether it's a surgeon. I mean, unless your town is so small that you only have one, then, you know, you may only have the option of just that one unless you go somewhere else. But you have every right to fire medical staff, you know, from your case. You're like, nope, sorry, not going to deal with you. I have 6 specialists that I see at this point in time, which I've already been told by all the other specialists and the doctor that's going to be doing the gastric bypass surgery, that other than like a sprained ankle or getting my ears cleaned out or having a common cold, I see them first. They are now going to be like primarily who I call. If I get heartburn, if I have a stomach ache, I call them immediately. And this new PC lady was telling me, oh, well, you need to contact me first. Da, da, da. And I'm like, nope, I've met with a surgeon twice. My husband was sitting in the room and we were clearly told no. Because the problem is they sometimes oversee the fact that you've had metabolic surgery, which obviously your stomach should be here, but now it's either A, gone if, you know, you have the sleeve, they completely cut it out, or depending on the type of gastric bypass that you have, will depend on where stuff is and how the flow of things works. And most general doctors have no clue about what that is. So just make sure that everybody that's on your team, if you're going into doing something like this, whether, you know, for me, it started out as weight loss. It started out as I have MS, I'm overweight, and I want to live longer. Went from that to, oh, hey, if I don't have this done, I could have esophageal cancer and all kinds of other stuff. So, you know, it's medically necessary, but to get me through the hard times, I'm looking to the positive stuff of, hey, I get to go horseback riding again. I'm, you know, those kinds of things on what I'll be able to do because I'm healthier, and which will make me happier, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I had a little meltdown last night about that. I am all over the place. Anyways, this is what happens when you don't write little notes about what you want to talk about. So that's where we're sitting at for right now. Just remember, you know, you can always fire a doctor or get another one or get a second opinion for that matter. I had 2 doctors, 2 different opinions, 2 different upper GIs because I'm anal like that, and I want to make sure that if a doctor tells me you have this, I have it, instead of a doctor going, oh, hey. Just like with the rarity on my stomach shaping, the first doctor, who wasn't wrong, the second doctor even stated, if you're not a gastrologist, sorry, I screwed that up, but if you're not a specialist like that, you would think that that would have been my pylori valve, instead of going, oh, wait a minute, and going a little bit further in to see that, no, that's actually my stomach that is going into it, you know. So it's always, always, always good to get a second opinion, to get a second set of eyes on your medical stuff, especially when it's something major or something serious. I think most, I think I said it in my intro, I think I went to 4 specialists with my MS diagnosis, because I wanted to, you know, if you're going to diagnose me with a terminal illness, I'm going to make damn sure that that's what I got. Instead of doing a little bit minor of a surgery, and you want me to go into a huge surgery, I'm going to get a couple doctors' opinions on this, and, you know, we're going to get 2 upper GIs, and that, you know, I'm just, and it might be overkill, and some people think that that's ridiculous if you feel you can trust your doctor, and I completely trust the surgeon that's going to be doing my gastric bypass surgery. It is just simply being prepared when you live on a daily basis, knowing that, you know, you can have an exacerbation and it could cause all kinds of wonky stuff, including death. You start really looking at things going, is this necessary? Will this give me more time, or will this not give me more time? Will this make me happy, or won't it make me happy? And I don't wish everybody has a terminal illness, but I wish that people could look at life that way more than not. Oh, somebody just ran off and left somebody. I'm in a parking lot because I brought my nephew to his massage therapy, to have his massage. Anyways, sorry, you guys just running. Squirrel. Anyways, just, you know, I just wish that people would seriously go, does this make me happy, or will this make me happy? Because in the end, honestly, that's what matters. Yeah, you want your spouse to be happy, and your kids and your immediate family, but let's face it, I mean, it can be true for guys too, but if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. All right, I'm rambling. Talk to you later.